Navigating the digital landscape, trust, innovation, and the wise journey. In today's rapidly digitizing world, there's an increasingly urgent need for digital services that are not only efficient and reliable, but also trustworthy. One company that perfectly encapsulates these requirements is Wise, formerly TransferWise. Imagine this. You're a freelance software developer living in sunny California, and you've just landed a big project from a client in China. Great, right? So far, yes. But there is a small matter of payments. You've heard horror stories about high bank fees and unfavorable exchange rates for international transfers, and the sluggish pace at which the transfers move. This is where Wise comes to your rescue, a brainchild of two Estonians who, over a decade ago, were navigating a similar situation. Take a step back to 2011. Picture two friends from Estonia, Taavet Hinrikus and Kristo Käärmann. Taavet, Skype's first employee, was based in London, receiving his salary in euros. Meanwhile, Kristo, also living in London, was earning pounds, but had a mortgage in Estonia that needed to be paid in euros. Every month, they lose a significant portion of their income to high bank fees and unfair exchange rates when sending money across borders. Then, like a bolt out of the blue, they had a brilliant idea. Instead of sending money across borders and incurring hefty bank fees, they started swapping currencies within the country. Taavet would deposit euros into Kristo's Estonian account, and Kristo would deposit pounds into Taavet's UK account. They both received the currency they needed, and quite cleverly, none of them lost a dime to bank transfer fees or poor exchange rates. Now that you know the gist of it, let me unpack that a little bit more. Here's the simplified version of how it works. Let's say you're in the US and you want to send money to, France. Instead of sending your dollars all the way across the Atlantic, you just deposit them into Wise's US bank account. On the other side of the ocean, Wise has a stash of euros in a French bank account. It takes the amount you want to send from this stash and deposits it into the recipient's account in France. Meanwhile, if someone in France wants to send money to the US, they deposit euros into Wise's French bank account, and the Wise takes the equivalent amount in dollars from its US account and sends it to the recipient. This way, the money never actually crosses borders, which helps avoid the expensive fees that banks normally charge for international transfers. So in essence, Wise is playing matchmaker with currency transactions. It's like a huge potluck where everyone brings a dish, or in this case, a currency, and everyone gets to take home something different. It matches people who have specific currency needs in a way that is super efficient and cost-effective. By doing this, Wise provides a win-win situation for everyone. This smart solution has made Wise a big success in the world of fintech. So, as a freelance software developer in California with a client in China, Wise becomes your best friend. You get paid quickly, conveniently, at the real exchange rate, and with minimal fees. With Wise, all you need is your smartphone. No more wasting time setting up bank appointments or waiting for days for the transfer to complete. In comparison to traditional and other digital services, Wise's innovative peer-to-peer technology allows it to offer its services at a significantly lower cost. From its humble beginnings, Wise has evolved into a fintech titan valued at a staggering $5 billion, moving over $6 billion every month. To reflect this growth, it changed its name from TransferWise to Wise, and now offers multi-currency accounts for customers and businesses, not just transfers. The brilliance of Wise lies in its ability to provide a service that's not just a little better, but significantly superior. As Taavet Hinrikus puts it, we are 10 times cheaper than a bank. Well, this is a real incentive to try it. And once people experience the simplicity, speed, and affordability of Wise, they seldom return to traditional banking methods. Wise's promise isn't about a slightly cheaper service. It's about a revolution in how we handle international finances, making it an irresistible offer. When TransferWise burst onto the scene in 2011, it was like a mystery pop-up store on the internet. As Taavet Hinrikus, one of the co-founders, remembers, it could have been a website whipped up by anyone, even a guy and his pet dog. The public had no clue what was going on behind the scenes. Running an online business that handled people's hard-earned money, the founders knew from the get-go that trust would be their make or break. They asked themselves, how will people trust us? Why would anyone risk their money, especially large sums, with this new and unfamiliar website? They realized early on that establishing trust was crucial for their survival. Fast forward to the present, and the world has changed significantly. The pandemic has accelerated, moving towards a digital-first society. Trust in this digital age has evolved and taken on a greater significance. It is a lesson for companies and countries alike when introducing new digital products or services. They have created a fantastic new product that they knew people would love, but there's a catch. It's online, and they're dealing with people's money. So, how did Wise, this newcomer on the financial scene, earn that essential trust? They had an interesting strategy. which was to engage with the media, hoping that the resulting coverage would encourage people to give their platform a shot. Instead of asking people outright to trust their product, they decided to borrow trust by getting influential media outlets like the BBC to talk about them. This way, they could inherit the trust that people already had in these established media platforms. As more people started using Wise, positive reviews began rolling in, further building trust in their service. It's a bit like getting a popular friend to vouch for you when you're new in town, and then proving you're worth the trust with your actions. When they started out, they invested a lot of time talking to the media, focusing on the real issues that their service was addressing and why it was needed. On top of that, they were open about how they handled privacy and security, ensuring people knew that their product was built with these considerations at its core. They emphasized that a skilled team was working behind the scenes, but didn't delve too much into the tech stuff. After all, people are more interested in how a service benefits them rather than the nuts and bolts behind it. Interestingly, they also leveraged the reputation of their home country, Estonia. Even in the early 2010s, Estonia was known as an incredibly digital savvy nation, offering almost all government services online and being the birthplace of successful tech companies like Skype. Taavet believes that being from Estonia helped them gain a level of trust as well. They realized that their customers were not just users of their service, but also potential advocates for the brand. Positive experiences with the platform could prompt customers to share their stories, effectively becoming brand ambassadors. These stories could then be spread to other potential users through social media, online reviews, and word of mouth. Wise provides several methods for sending money, including bank transfers, debit or credit card payments, and payments via Apple Pay or Google Pay, providing flexibility for users based on their preferences or needs. One of the significant advantages of using Wise is that they apply no markups to the exchange rates. This means they always offer the mid-market rate, which is the fairest rate you can get without any hidden costs. This transparency makes Wise a reliable option for users who value fairness and simplicity in financial transactions. In terms of speed, Wise typically completes transfers quickly, depending on the countries and currencies involved. Wise can process transfers within a matter of hours or, at most, a few business days. This fast service can be a lifesaver when urgent international payments are required. Despite these positives, Wise has a few shortcomings. Its fees can be higher compared to some of the other services. These fees are variable, depending on how much money you're sending, where it's going, and your chosen payment method. This fee structure means that the total cost can add up, especially for larger amounts or for certain destination countries and payment methods. Another limitation of Wise is its lack of cash delivery service. Some money transfer services allow you to send money that can be directly delivered to the recipient's home or business in cash. Unfortunately, Wise doesn't offer this service. All transfers are electronic, so recipients need access to a bank account to receive the funds. Customer service at Wise also has room for improvement, to say the least. Some users have reported difficulties in getting prompt and comprehensive support when they encounter issues. Limited customer service can be a significant challenge for users who need immediate help, particularly in complex or time-sensitive situations. Nevertheless, in the words of Taavet Hinrikus, success lies in creating a product that significantly outperforms alternatives, leaving customers so pleased that they're eager to share their positive experiences with their network. This, in essence, is the powerful principle that has propelled Wise's growth and success. So, the next time you're thinking about sending money abroad, remember, why make your money travel around the globe when you can use the matchmaking service for money instead? It's all about swapping, not sending. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and share, and keep watching our channel for more interesting and informative content. And good luck!